Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How you guys doing? Welcome into the live, baby. Welcome in. Welcome into the live. We are back at it again. Let's get into this live. And we going, we already back at it. Make sure y'all tap in. Let me know where y'all are coming in from while we get these notifications out. Oh, man, what is this dude saying now? They already at it, man. This is primarily why ESPN they lost all credibility as uh as a network, especially when it comes to their basketball coverage. These guys are just absolute clowns. But before we get into what Kendrick Perkins had to say, make sure you guys tap in. Let me know where y'all are coming in from, and let's get into this live, man. Let us get in. Let's get into it. Austin, Texas, in the building. Is that LA in the building? Welcome in. Welcome in. Let me just send out these notifications real quick so I know we good to go. California in the building. Welcome into California. We're going to give it like another minute and a half. Let people catch up to the live here, and then we'll get into it. Let me just do this real quick. Okay, I think we good money here. People keep telling me to like give them more of a heads up. Give me 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then we'll go live. Sometimes, man, I just be news be hitting me and I'm like, all right, I gotta go live right now. I can't wait. Just a second, y'all. Let me make sure I've done this. I think we almost good to go, guys. I think we're almost good to go. Let me do this. Shout out from San Antonio. Welcome in from San Antonio. Let's give it 30 more seconds, and then we're gonna get into the live here. Okay, I think we did that. I think we did that. All right, let's give it 10 more seconds, and then we'll get into it. Okay. Somebody said the wrong network lost the NBA. Here from Miami, Vice City Vibes. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. So let me get into this live, man. People catch up to it and people watch it a little bit later. It's all good. Anyway, so y'all know today was media day. Everybody's back, pretty much all the teams. We got to hear from Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers. He was being questioned by Ramona Shelburne to answer the stuff about what's happening with that investigation with the NBA. He said he's not up for the clickbait, the journalism, and all of that. They spoke about that. We heard from Luka Doncic today. We even heard from LeBron James himself. LeBron made it clear that he's not retiring now. We don't know exactly when LeBron plans to retire, but we know that he's not retiring right now. So that's one thing that LeBron got going on over there. He said he's not going to wait for Bryce, I believe, because a lot of people thought that Bryce. Shout out to the DMV. A lot of people thought that Bryce was going to be. That's something that he's waiting for, but they got two different timelines. So, with the NBA season quickly approaching, and given the fact that we are going into training camp tomorrow, training camp begins tomorrow. Well, what does this mean? This means that now there's going to be a lot more attention coming back into the NBA circuit. And now it's time for people to start making their ridiculous predictions and their comments. Now, I told you guys this. This year, I'm going to be rooting for the Lakers, primarily because I know this will be LeBron's last year. So pretty much it's like, well, I'll root for them while they're on the team because this is the last time I got to do it for this guy, right? And I'm going to be covering the Lakers a lot more this season. We don't really cover the Lakers in the past. We just used to like make fun of them when they lost. Shout out to the BX in the building. But anyway, let's get the likes up as y'all are coming in as well. So I said I'm gonna talk about the Lakers this year, but I said that I'm only gonna talk about the Lakers in a serious way, not in a clickbait way, not in a way to kind of deceive people and give people false hope. Like, oh, the Lakers are gonna do this. I'm not gonna do any of that. Well, it seems like Kendrick Perkins of ESPN isn't wasting any time with his hot takes and ridiculous takes going into this season. So they were reacting to some comments from LeBron James on media day. I think it was NBA on whatever it is. I forgot the show. Then they go back to the studio, and everybody's talking about the Lakers and LeBron and all of this. And here comes Kendrick Perkins on the first day of NBA Media Day. I want to play for you guys what Kendrick Perkins said on ESPN today, and listen to what this dude said about where he predicts the Lakers are going to go this season. Let me play it for y'all. Listen to this.
All right, well, we'll see what that all leads to this season. Let's welcome everyone in here. I'm George Sedano in for Malik Andrews. We'll hear from Malik a little later, alongside NBA champ Kendrick Perkins, Big Perk, and, of course, our NBA front office insider, Bobby Marks. Big Perk, I'll start with you. What do you make of what LeBron had to say today on Media Day?
These ads, man. Just a second. Just a second, y'all. Let me let this ad finish playing.
Well, he said all the right things. The most important thing is that he's excited, he's motivated, and that means that Rob Pelinka and the Lakers front office did their job this offseason, right? If he's coming in the training camp and he's happy and he's excited about this season, he's excited about the moves that they made. And I'm excited as well. I'm very high on the Los Angeles Lakers. I got them right up there with OKC and Houston, and I wouldn't be surprised if this team make it to the NBA Finals. They have a lot of young veteran guys. I love what Rui Hachimura brings to the game. Austin Reeves, we saw flashes of what he could be last year for us, the strides he took offensively. Luka in great shape. They got a point of attack defender and Marcus Smart on the perimeter. And DeAndre Ayton, I believe we're going to see the best version of him, something that we haven't seen in a long time. His mental is going to be there. So I'm high on this Los Angeles Lakers team. And if you're the Los Angeles Lakers, you feel good about what LeBron James is saying right now, because that means he's excited and motivated and he's pleased about what they did this offseason.
Bobby?
It's not even October yet. It's not even October yet. This man on September 30th is already making a prediction that the Lakers are going to the NBA Finals. He sees them up there with the Oklahoma City. This is why you cannot take people at ESPN seriously. These guys are not giving sports takes, they're giving hot takes. And I am sure the only reason Kendrick Perkins did that was, man, I got to say something that will grab some type of headlines and make some type of waves. So let me just come out here on Media Day and say that the Lakers are going to go to the NBA Finals. Maybe Kendrick Perkins forgot about the teams in the NBA, specifically in the Western Conference. Let me tell y'all the teams that we got in the West this year, in case maybe he forgot. We got the Oklahoma City Thunder, who won 68 games last year. You got the Houston Rockets, who won 50 games, 52. You got the Lakers, who won 50 games. You got the Nuggets, who won 50. You got the Clippers, who won 50. You got the Minnesota Timberwolves, who won 49. You got the Golden State Warriors. You got the Memphis Grizzlies, the Kings, and the Dallas Mavericks. Let me tell y'all which of these teams got better this year. The Thunder are going to be better for reasons we don't need to go over. The Houston Rockets are going to be better for reasons everybody knows. The Denver Nuggets are going to be good again. The Clippers, I think, are going to be just as good as they were last year. You got the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are going to be good. You got the Golden State Warriors, who I think are going to be actually good now with a full training camp with Jimmy Butler there. And then you got the Dallas Mavericks, who have Anthony Davis. Kyrie Irving has been cleared for training camp, and we thought he was going to come back later. They got Kyrie Irving. They got Cooper Flagg. You got Jason Kidd and these guys coaching those guys down there. And Kendrick Perkins opens up his ass on September 30th and says that the Lakers, he believes, could be in the finals. And the reason he believes that is because LeBron James feels good. Who here in the chat wants to bet that by December or January, Kendrick Perkins is going to be saying the Lakers and LeBron need more help? Who, if put a 1 in the chat, that before January, if you believe that Kendrick Perkins and the media are going to be saying that LeBron and the Lakers don't have enough, put a 1 in the chat, because we all know what's going to happen. We all know what's going to happen. We're not probably going to get to January, and they're going to be talking about, man, LeBron needs some help. Rob Pelinka and these guys, I don't know what Rob Pelinka, the same dude talking on September, in the end of September, talking about he believes the Lakers are going to the finals. The Lakers are going to go to the finals. They couldn't get out of round 1 beating the Wolves. And the Wolves are not going to be a top 4 seed this year. The Wolves. They couldn't beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. But you got them beating Houston, Denver, OKC to get to the finals? You see, these guys do this because this is their role on ESPN. And I'm going to play it for y'all again. This is what you got to do to go up. You got to make a buffoon out of yourself, number 1. Number 2, because the LA market, the Lakers have such a huge fan base, they always have to constantly lie to the fan base. They can't just give them an honest assessment of the team. I'm happy that LeBron feels motivated. The West is going to be very tough. Let's wait and see how the Lakers do in the first 20 games of the season, and we'll see where they are. They can't do that. You got to get Laker fans riled up. And then what happens is they put out these ridiculous expectations to the fan base. The fan base gobbles it up. And then when things don't pan out, who do we need to fire? Whose fault is it? Who's this? When in reality, they weren't that good to begin with. Hey, guys, let's try to get these likes to 100 likes. Let me play what Kendrick Perkins had to say today on ESPN about what he thinks the Lakers are going to do this year. Let me play it for y'all. They might play an ad again, so let me just see. These guys may play ad. All right, what did I tell you about to play an ad? All right, just a second, y'all. Let me just skip this ad.
Well, we'll see what that all leads to this season. Let's welcome everyone in here. I'm George Sedano in for Malik Andrews. We'll hear from Malik a little later. Alongside NBA champ Kendrick Perkins, Big Perk, and of course our NBA front office insider, Bobby Marks. Big Perk, I'll start with you. What do you make of what LeBron had to say today on Media Day?
Well, he said all the right things. The most important thing is that he's excited, he's motivated, and that means that
let me pause it. If LeBron wasn't excited or motivated, what does that matter? The most important thing is that he is excited. If he was pissed off, how does that change anything? Let's continue on.
And the Lakers front office did their job this offseason, right? If he's coming in the training camp and he's happy.
So the Lakers didn't do their job last year when they got Luka Doncic. They didn't do their job. The Lakers, when they traded for Luka, they didn't do their job. Let's keep listening.
He's excited about this season. He's excited about the moves that they made. And I'm excited as well. I'm very high on the Los Angeles Lakers. I got them right up there with OKC and Houston, and I wouldn't be surprised if this team make it to the NBA Finals. They have a lot of young veteran guys. I love what Rui Hachimura brings to the game. Austin Reeves, we saw flashes of what he could be last year for us, the strides he took offensively. Luka in great shape. They got a point of attack defender and Marcus Smart on the perimeter. And DeAndre Ayton, I believe we're going to see the best version of him, something that we haven't seen in a long time. His mental is going to be there. So I'm high on this Los Angeles Lakers team. And if you're the Los Angeles Lakers, you feel good about what LeBron James is.
If you're a Laker fan, don't pay any attention to what Kendrick Perkins just said. Let me read the super chat. Kendrick Perkins speaks like he fell off a cliff and bumped his head. Appreciate the super chat. If you're a Laker fan, don't believe any of what this dude just said, bro. He's just up there trying to get a hot take. Matter of fact, let me play what his colleagues said, because these are people now. The people that came after him are people that are actually like calm. Listen to what they said.
Right now, because that means he's excited and motivated, and he's pleased about what they did this offseason.
Listen to this.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing for me was, where was LeBron's mindset? The last time we saw him was limping off the court in Game 5, and as you heard in his interview, he still has that love to play the game. Here's a player that's 40 years old and is still a top 10 player in the NBA, and what LeBron said is that when that love for the game isn't going to be there, that's going to be his signal to walk away from it. And it's not going to be how great Luka is and what next year could look like. It's when he'll know when he's done playing, but he's not done quite yet. He still thinks that this team certainly can contend in the Western Conference here. And he looks, certainly from a health standpoint, that's going to be the biggest thing as far as where he is this year, because as I said, he's coming off that knee injury from that Minnesota series.
Has dominated the offseason.
So that's what the other guy said there. So Kendrick Perkins believes the Lakers are going to the finals. Laker fans, as a serious-minded Laker fan, who is this? Dorian said, "Bro, you need to get you some put." Let me just mute this guy. I almost said something I wasn't supposed to say. Let me just let me put this. Let me put you in timeout for a good 24 hours. Just relax, son. Anyway, so Kendrick Perkins believes that. Yep, y'all notice how he dropped the knee injury there. Kendrick Perkins, Laker fans, this guy is lying to y'all. The Lakers, if the Lakers go to the finals, it would mean that it would have happened under unprecedented circumstances. I am not sure if the Lakers were to get into a series with the Denver Nuggets, they're winning that matchup. I don't think they are. For two reasons. Number one, they have absolutely, positively no way of neutralizing Nikola Jokic. None whatsoever. DeAndre Ayton is not the answer. They couldn't beat the Nuggets with AD. They couldn't slow down Nikola Jokic. They did some games, but they couldn't beat them with AD. You're telling me a Laker team comprised of a starting lineup with LeBron James, Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves are going to have a snowball's chance in hell of stopping the Denver? It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Number one. Number two, the Lakers have not shown they know how to stop Jamal Murray, which is going to be another problem for them. That's number two. So I don't think they beat Denver. I had another point, but I forgot. OKC, don't even waste your time talking about it. The Lakers, as currently constructed, have absolutely zero shot of beating OKC. It's not going to happen. If you watch the Oklahoma City Thunder play at any point last season, it is clear to see that from an executional standpoint, they are at the very least the best team in the Western Conference when it comes to executing offensively and playing defense for 48 minutes. They led in all of the key statistical categories on defense. All of them. All of the categories that matter, they led in them. We don't have a chance of beating the OKC Thunder. We just don't. Then you have the Houston Rockets. Now, we're going to have to see, because health is going to play a role. We got to see how that goes. Fred VanVleet just went down. They got to fill out the point guard spot and all of that. We'll see how that pans out. I don't know yet what's going to happen with that. Then we got a team that nobody's paying attention to. And in a city that I might be moving to next year. The Dallas Mavericks. Did y'all forget about the Dallas Mavericks? The Mavs? I think if the Mavs are healthy, they're going to be a serious problem. If the Mavs are healthy, they are going to be a serious problem. And Kendrick Perkins and these guys at ESPN already started it off. The next thing is going to be Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith going to go out there, oh, man, I think the Lakers with LeBron and Luka, I think they're going to the finals. Let's get to the next thing about the Lakers. Guys, we'll definitely play the sound for y'all. I want to put up a poll real quick. This is to the audience about JJ Redick. Do you agree with JJ getting an extension? I want to know from the audience. Let me just put up a poll here. Do you guys agree with the Lakers giving JJ Redick an extension? Just leave a vote up there. Let me hear what y'all got to say. What do you think about the Lakers giving JJ Redick an extension? What are y'all thoughts on that? Let's see if we can get 100 votes. Then we'll get an idea. I mean, damn, 84% already said no. 85%. Let's see if we can get 100 votes. Let's see if we can get 100 votes, guys. Hey, guys, let's try to get these likes up to 150 likes, guys. Let's try to get these likes up to 150 likes. I want to see what people think. Most people that are voting are saying no. I just want to see what y'all think. So the majority of the audience is saying no. I don't know why the Lakers gave JJ Redick an extension. I don't know why they gave him an extension. Why would they give JJ Redick an extension after one season? I don't understand that. What was the purpose of that? Now, were they just happy that maybe, but were they happy that the Lakers won 50 games? Because you can say from a progress standpoint, well, they won 50 games the year before they didn't. But ultimately, they ended up in the same spot they were last year, which was going out in the first round. And JJ Redick made some boneheaded decisions in the first round that had a lot of people like, bro, what's wrong with you? So I'm a little bit confused about why they gave him an extension. I don't know what somebody said could have been. It could be Luka. It could be that Luka likes him. That's also a possibility. Somebody said that. I think that's Clyde. It could be that Luka likes him, but I don't understand why they just gave him an extension after just 1 year. The guy said, Ninja Grove said, Kobe was hated without the antics. Can you imagine if he pulled all of these stunts? There's no way Kobe would pull these stunts, man. Kobe would not. It's just not. It wouldn't happen. You know, I just don't think he would. I don't think he would. Appreciate the super chat. What would Kobe say right now? I don't know. I just think that the things wouldn't. I think the thing wouldn't have gotten as bad as it did had Kobe been around. And I'm not sure JJ Redick even is the Lakers head coach if Kobe was around. And I think if Kobe was around, Kobe would have said more than Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson has said nothing. Magic Johnson has been politically correct the entire time LeBron has been in LA. He hasn't had one strong opinion yet. I think Kobe would have been different. I think Kobe, If you asked him a question, he would have gave you his opinion. But I don't think Kobe would have gone out of his way to criticize the team. LeBron, I think if you ask him a question and you put a mic in front of him, he's going to give you an honest answer. And I don't think I'm not even sure Bronny gets drafted on the Lakers. I'm not even sure about that. I'm not even sure. The Lakers, they're like caught in between right now between being a serious franchise and still being a clown show. And I think that once LeBron leaves this team, whenever that's going to be, I think that now we can start viewing this organization as a serious organ. They still got some of this like clown show energy to them. The fact that LeBron is there, Bronny's there, they're just still like circus kind of vibe that they got going on that I'm just not feeling. They still got that kind of like, okay, we're still a clown show. We don't know if we're serious yet kind of vibe going on. You know, I'm sorry. That's just what I feel. So now this is going to be LeBron's last year with the Lakers. We know he's not retiring. He has made no indication that he's retiring. Fine. Let him play out his contract, and then he'll leave. But Kendrick Perkins saying that the Lakers are going to the finals is insane, especially before a single game is played in, even in the I never pay attention to preseason games. I never do. I'm going to pay attention to some preseason games this year. I never pay attention to preseason games, ever. But the two times that I paid attention to it is when the Lakers were bad. One was in 2022 when they had Russ, and the other time was when they had Powell, Dwight Howard, and Steve. They were very bad in the preseason that year. Very bad. And then when the season started, they were a bad team. So I'm going to be looking to see how the Lakers perform. Some people may think it's not a big deal. To me, it's a big deal. Would Magic Johnson be there if Bron never came to LA? Well, we can make an argument that, I mean, according to what reports said, Magic Johnson was the one that recruited LeBron to come to LA. Some people say that LeBron was going to go to LA regardless. But I don't know. I just think that at that time, the Lakers just didn't have a strong leadership structure in place. Some people were saying it was Jeannie Buss and these guys. It was Kurt Rambis and those guys. Then Magic Johnson was trying to control the team because Magic initially wanted to fire Luke Walton immediately. And I think they fought him a little bit on that. So we have to see, man. I don't know. You know, I don't know. Rob has been there for, 6 years now. I don't remember how many years, but they seem to like Rob. Shout out to 2 Raw for TV in the building. He said, remember when Kendrick Perkins said that Westbrook, LeBron, AD, and the Lakers would win 70 games? Did he say that? Did he say 70? Did that fool? No, hold up. Let me see if I can find it. Kendrick. I got to find it. Perkins, Lakers win 70 game. I got to find this one. Did he actually say that? I don't know. I don't know if I can find. Oh, that fool said it. We're going to play that too. But before we play what he said there, let me play what Kendrick Perkins just said on ESPN. I think they're going to play an ad. So let me just lower my volume real quick.
Of course, our NBA front office insider, Bobby Marks. Big Perk, I'll start with you. What do you make of what LeBron had to say today on Media Day?
Listen to this fool.
Well, he said all the right things. The most important thing is that he's excited, he's motivated, and that means that Rob Pelinka and the Lakers front office did their job this offseason, right? If he's coming in the training camp and he's happy and he's excited about this season, he's excited about the moves that they made. And I'm excited as well. I'm very high on the Los Angeles Lakers. I got them right up there with OKC and Houston, and I wouldn't be surprised if this team make it to the NBA Finals. They have a lot of young veteran guys. I love what Rui Hachimura brings to the game. Austin Reeves, we saw flashes of what he could be last year for us, the strides he took offensively. Luka in great shape. They got a point of attack defender and Marcus Smart on the perimeter. And DeAndre Ayton, I believe we're going to see the best version of him.
Yo, enough of this dude. So apparently, this guy said that the Lakers will win 70 games. I just found a video. Hold on, I gotta see this. Let me just skip this ad. I never knew this even existed. Let me play this video. I never heard this. Damn, these damn ads. Just a second, y'all. Let me just make sure I'm done with this one. Okay.
Days until opening night in the NBA, so let's look ahead a little bit here. Since we have Perk here, we're going to solicit some gambling advice. All win totals here are courtesy of Caesar Sportsbook. We'll begin with the defending champs, who are listed at a win total of over 53.5. Perk, are you taking, or actually they're listed at 53.5. Are you taking over under on the Bucks, 53.5?
Well, George, this is what I call a deadbolt lock, and I'm taking the over. Look, one thing I would never do again in life is doubt Giannis Antetokounmpo, okay? Because he is never satisfied. And then you bring it back Middleton along with Drew Holiday. I love the addition of Grayson Allen.
Oh, let me see.
And then you bring it back Middleton.
Okay, that's the Bucks. Oh, the Lakers. Here we go.
Already upset that we're talking about the Lakers. Was that Monica's dog? How many dogs we have on this show?
She doesn't know. We have a lot, George. We have a lot of dogs, and they all are disagreeing with their owners at the time. Like Monica dog was mad at her for taking the Bucks on the under, and rightfully so. Monica, what's your dog name?
Hoops.
And
People over here talking about dogs, bro.
Her name is Hoops.
Okay.
Well, Hoops had a problem with you, and rightfully so.
Yeah. Hoops felt that Giannis was going to go
remember
over.
who feeds her.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so over under Monica, 51.5 on the Lakers.
All right, I really wanted to push this one because I'm gonna go over, but not by a lot.
Okay.
What? Look, this is another deadbolt lock. You cannot tell me that you're about to have LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, Carmelo Anthony, Rajon Rondo, Dwight Howard, Trevor Ariza, all of these players, and you're telling me that they're not going to have a 60-win season? Please. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they wouldn't scratch the surface of hitting a 70-win season.
Oh, Perk, now you're getting crazy. Come on.
Just look
Perk.
I mean, look at this lineup.
Perk.
Look at this lineup.
Listen, and you gotta tell me, just tell me
The same Kendrick Perkins that said the Lakers are going to be in the finals this year is the same Kendrick Perkins that said the Lakers were going to win 70 games. 70. They had him at 51 and a half. Do you pick the over or the under? She said, I go a little bit over the over. Higher than the over. This dude said they're going to win 70 games. And they won 33. Guys, do you know that Lakers team won less games than the 2001 Washington Wizards? A Lakers team with LeBron James. He just said the players. Rajon Rondo, Carmelo Anthony, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, and whoever else came along for the ride won less games than a guy who was 40 years old playing with one bad knee. And that Wizards team with Jordan, I think Jahadi White, Jerry Stackhouse, I don't remember who, I think Ty Lue, whoever it was, they won 37. Jordan at 40 was able to win more ball games than a team that had the GOAT and LeBron, as some of y'all say, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, Rajon Rondo, and Carmelo Anthony. But that's a whole nother conversation. Somebody said rank the importance, stats, impact, rings, mentality. That's a good one. Rank the importance, stats, impact. Well, impact kind of goes with, it's like a result of rings, kind of in a sense, like stats, ring. So I would put rings. No, I would put rings mentality, and then stats and impact can be probably interchangeable. Because rings is the most important thing. I think your mentality plays has a lot to do with that, because that has to do with your leadership and all of that. So it's an interesting question nonetheless. Interesting question. Appreciate the super chat. Juan Dixon, exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, they got the Lakers winning, getting to the NBA Finals. That's not happening. If there are any Laker fans in the chat, that's not happening. We're not going to the finals. We'll be in the playoffs. We may get to round 2, but we're not going to the finals. If the Lakers get to the finals, I'll be the first one to come up here and say I'm wrong. But I sincerely doubt that they're going to get out of a Western Conference with teams like Dallas, Golden State, Minnesota, Denver, Houston, OKC, and the Clippers. Nah, bro. Nah. There are too many good teams. The West is so low. You got to go back to like the mid 2000s. Like you got to go to the mid 2010s, like that period, to find the time when the West was like as stacked. The West is super stacked. This ain't the East. Yeah, ain't no. Nah, you ain't just gonna get lucky. You got to fight your way out of the Western Conference, bro. Unless teams are going to be getting injured and all of that. Like the Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Lakers, and they were not the best team in the West last year. They were not. So I don't know. I think somebody said OKC will win the West this year. They got a chance to go back to the Western Conference Finals, that's for sure. Now, people keep talking about the Spurs. I know they got Victor Wembanyama ranked as the 5th best player this year. I think this is going to be an important year to see if that team can take a step. I think it's going to be a very important year to see if that team can take a step. Can they take a step this year? Because last year, the San Antonio Spurs were they were the number 13 seed. They only won 34 games, right? So are they going to be able to take a step forward this year? Of course, you have Memphis. We got to see what they're doing over there as well. I think they lost Desmond Baines. I think that was it the Magic. I think if I remember, that was earlier on in the summer that acquisition went down. But I think Golden State is going to be good. I think OKC obviously is going to be good. I think Houston will most likely be good unless of injuries. Obviously, Fred VanVleet is down. The Lakers are going to be in the mix. I think Denver is going to be in the mix. The Clippers are going to be in the mix. The West is just, and then, of course, you have Dallas. I think that this Western Conference race may be even tighter than it was last year. Last year, guys, look, the loss difference between the 2nd and the 8th seed was 4 losses. That was the difference between the 2nd seed, the 2 seed, and the 8th seed was 2 losses. 4. 7 teams were separated by 4 7 teams were separated by 4 losses. That's how close it was. And if the Lakers got better, which I think they did, so did everybody else. So to be a top 4 seed this year, it would mean that you would need to get off to a hot start. I don't know what the schedules are going to look like right now. I got to go take a look at the schedule. Somebody said, what did Kendrick Perkins say? He said that the Lakers are going to be, he wouldn't be shocked if the Lakers are in the finals. He said the Lakers are going to be in the finals. I wholeheartedly disagree. You can tell Perkins have gambling issues. He thinks the NBA is like a casino. Anyway, guys, man, these are my thoughts on it. Appreciate you guys. Let me just see if I can read through a few more comments. Turaw said, I think LeBron may finally show significant signs of aging this season. I don't think, bro, Turaw, man, I don't think that fool gonna show nothing, man. Whatever LeBron is doing, whatever he's eating, he said he calls it sleep. But with that fool, you know what? I'm ready to go out on a limb. I think LeBron could play for the next 5 years, and it'll be like nothing happened. I don't know what this dude kind of anatomy he got, I really don't see it. I really, really, really don't see it, bro. I know conventional wisdom should tell you that, but I just don't see it. That dude could literally, because all of this is not normal. The reason it's not normal is because there's no precedent for it. There's just no precedent. So I don't know. I don't know what he does. I'm tired of speculating, but I don't know. He's not retiring this year. He said if he looks the same at this point, I have to really start believing the room. Bro, I think he's gonna look the same. I think he's going to look the same. I think if LeBron played next year, he'll look the same. I think if he played the year after that, he'll look the same. It's like if there was supposed to be a drop off, it would have occurred already. Now, obviously, he doesn't have the stamina that he used to. Obviously, that's clear. Obviously, he doesn't have the athleticism that he used to. That's also clear. But one thing, for example, his legs. He still has it. If you look at Kobe, that last year he was hurt when he had suffered the Achilles and he had the rotator. Kobe, a lot of nights, I remember him saying, like, some nights, I don't know, I may have my legs and I'll go out there and I don't have my legs. And if anybody who plays sports, your legs is a very important part of whatever it is that you do, endurance and all of that. So if you're shooting and you don't have your legs, you're pretty much donezo. That's when your shots become short and all of that stuff. You start missing all over the place. So I remember, and Kobe was 37, I believe, 36, 37, or 38. I don't remember how old he was. Right? One of those ages, I think 37 or something there about. I don't remember the number. But LeBron is now past 40. Past 40. So I don't know. You know, I just don't know. It's not like as if he's Kevin Durant. Because what Kobe, Duncan, these guys did was they started slimming way down as they got older to take a lot of the pressure off of their knees. Go look back at Tim Duncan. Duncan was super slim. But in the case of LeBron, obviously he's skinnier, but he isn't much skinnier than he was in 2018. He pretty much has the same profile, the physical composition. So he's still carrying on a considerable amount of weight and still jumping up and down like it's nothing. Even when you look at Jordan at the age of 40, you could clearly see, okay, this is a 40-year-old playing. He could dunk and do all of that, but he was 40. Whereas LeBron is just like this unlimited ability to just keep playing. I don't know what it is. We can all speculate, but I don't know what it is. I tell you what, Pablo Torre ain't going to do no investigation into that. I can tell y'all that. Pablo Torre is not doing that one. He talking about he about to investigate the Jalen Brunson's contract with the Knicks. He going to investigate that. He ain't going to touch that one. He not going to touch that one. I tell you that. Yeah, he going to skip that one. He said, nah, he definitely not going to do it. If Jeff Teague had to apologize, bro, what's the guy? Amin Eliasan or whatever it is, the guy on that show. The day that Dan Lebitard brought up the question, Dan Lebitard just brought up the question. He said, isn't it time some of us start asking the question, how was LeBron able to do this? What human being at this age can do something like he was just saying, can we not ask you should have heard what he said. What you're doing is irresponsible because by saying that you're fueling a lot of conspiracy. Y'all remember that? I remember that. So that's not even up to you. You can't even ask the question. All I will say is that it's strange that LeBron supposedly wasn't tested during that. He's playing by a different set of rules, man. He's playing by a different set of rules, bro. He's playing by a different set of rules. LeBron not playing by the same rules that everybody else is playing with. Playing with. He's the face of the NBA, man. So they're going to protect him. Now, what would be interesting is that, and I'm going to just veer off into the conspiracy theory. We did a show about it the other day. It seemed like a lot of you guys enjoyed the conspiracy theory part of that live. So let's just talk about it for the next a little bit. I'll say this though, and this is between me and y'all and YouTube, obviously. If he retires and he starts creating that league and he begins to become a problem, don't be surprised you start hearing some stories come out. Oh, don't you be surprised if stories that were buried before, all of a sudden they start growing. So don't you be surprised now. Because when you start messing with the big boys and the big money, oh, it's a different ball game. People have been laughing about Diddy and all of this, the Diddy. Truth be told, if Diddy should have gone to jail for anything, he should have gone to jail for domestic violence. That's what, if they tried him for that, although it was past the statute, that his ass could have easily gone to jail for. But what they tried him for, most cases, nobody's going to jail. Diddy found himself in that mess because he messed with the wrong people. That liquor company, I researched it. They were supposed to pay him $2 billion. Two, not one, but two. Not one, but two. And he was complaining about them during a revolt summit. Go back and look at it. For those of y'all who remember, there's a revolt summit that he did where he was wearing like a green tracksuit. Go back and search Diddy revolt speech. If I'm lying, the internet is there. Diddy revolt speech. Let me see if I can show y'all the thumbnail. I'm not going to play it for y'all, but since y'all want to go down the rabbit hole, let's just do it a little. Diddy revolt speech. Let me see if I can find it. I just want to show y'all a thumbnail. I don't know. But you guys just look for it. It's one where he's wearing a green top and bottom or whatever it is. And in that interview, there's a point where he was complaining about how they don't want to let you get equity in the company. He was already fighting with those guys then. And I think he messed with the wrong people. And they said, we're going to come for you. Let me ask y'all a question. The feds, before they come for you, they got the information, right? I repeat, the feds, before they come for you, they got the information. When the feds went for Diddy that day and they hit his LA and Miami home, y'all remember the video footage? Ask yourself a question. For the charges that we later on found out what he was being indicted for, does it require that kind of spectacle and that amount of money being spent to put on a show like, do you guys remember all of the police that they had there, the helicopters, and you would have thought they were going after El Chapo, or Diddy stole something from the White House or nuclear secrets or something. They did all of that to get a guy that ultimately they indicted for sex trafficking. You do all of that for sex trafficking? Then, after they did that, I think the district attorney or whatever it was, he held up the press conference and he started talking about baby oil. We confiscated 1,000 bottles of baby oil. And nobody sat back and said, is it a crime to have baby oil? No, it's not, but they were trying to paint a picture. So all I'm saying is, When they're ready to come for you, all of a sudden the skeletons start coming out. And you better believe it. If he gonna mess with their money, there's a saying I heard, I forgot who said it. He said the real power is the one that always surround, like if you see a figure, you think this person is powerful. No, it's the power that surrounds him that's the power. LeBron is protected. He's protected. The same way Stephen A. Smith is protected. And a few others. But if they feel like you're going against them, you lose that protection. And what they start doing is dirty laundry starts flying all throughout the air. It's not like when Jordan wanted a team. Jordan wanted a team because he was still a part of the machine, the NBA, all the other owners. That's not what this dude is doing. This dude is saying, I want to compete against you guys directly. Or really now? You feel like you a hell of an N, ain't you? You a super N, to quote the late Paul Mooney. You think you a super N. Okay. We gonna show you. We gonna show you. Don't ever get it twisted. There's levels to this. And if you think you're gonna go to that next echelon, bro, the people that own NBA teams are by far more richer and more powerful than LeBron James, bro. The people that own teams have more power than he does. It ain't even close. It's not even close. The connections that they have, you cannot even compare. LeBron is running around looking for $5 billion. Dan Gilbert is worth 30. He running around looking for 5. That dude is worth 30, and he just one of them. Somebody said, bro, you guys must really live in a fantasy world, don't y'all? Y'all really believe that these guys, bro, y'all are talking about clutch sports power and power to get people in media to twerk it up all day. That's the kind of power y'all think. Y'all think that's real power, huh? To get Kendrick Perkins on TV or to get this guy twerking. Y'all think that's real power. Power. Man, that dude ain't got no damn power. Y'all are, it's not even close. That dude cannot make nothing move. His power is limited to getting people to twerk on podcasts. That's his power. We're talking about people that have real power. The dudes that sent for those people to go for Diddy, those people have power. And the people that have power, you don't even know them. We don't even know them. Y'all talking about some clutch sports. Man, please. Let me go through a few other comments. Charles, do you believe Braun can still get a $100 million deal at the age of 40? If he can show that he's an all-NBA player, yeah, sure, why not? Somebody will pay for him. Somebody would definitely pay for him. His superpower is flopping. Somebody said has nothing. Braun definitely has real power. My brother, the power we're talking about the power I'm talking about is not the power you're talking about. The power that you're talking about is irrelevant power. I'm talking about actual real power. You're talking about, like, what power does LeBron have? Say it in the comments. What power does he have? To do what? To do what? Remove him from an NBA context. What power does he have? What power? What company does he have that you can say, man, this company is powerful? What's the company? All of the companies he owns are owned by other people. All the movies he produces are distributed by other people. What power is this that we're talking about? What's this power? I'm confused. Let's say it in the comment. What is this thing? What is this thing that he has? Like, let's get out of the fan. Some of y'all be, bro, let's just stop. Like, just stop right there. Like, he ain't got no damn power. That dude ain't got no power. He got power in the NBA. He said, what power do you have? Now talk about his pops. Now he want to cry. What power do you have? Look at them. Now he want to cry in the comments. What power do you have? Did I say I have power? What power do you have? Did I say I have power? What power do you have? You asking me that. You guys are LeBron got so much power, he had to go up there and make those comments towards Daryl Morey. That lets you know everything you got to know. That lets you know how much power he has. When Kyrie Irving put out that tweet and LeBron chastised him for putting out that tweet, that lets you know how much power he has. No power. He may have the power to shut down a few channels or get people to twerk it up and shake their asses on the internet for them. Yeah, he can do that. But when it's time to hop, skip, and jump and clap, he know when it's time to jump, skip, and Kyrie, you got to be careful about the stuff you put out there that could be dangerous. What did Kyrie put out there? What did he put out there? What about Daryl Morey? What did he put out there? What did he go and say? What he said his comments were dangerous, right? Why did he say it? Why do you think he said it? Somebody says he has influence. Even the influence you have, they give it to you. Because they own the machine. You don't own nothing. What machine do you own? You don't own the machine. So what influence do you have except the one they give you? What influence do you have when you don't own the machine? You don't own the distribution of information. You don't own the banks. What do you own for you to be saying you have power? What do you own? What buildings do you own? Like, what are we talking about here? What do you own? Name 3 buildings. I didn't say 3 offices. 3 buildings. Not offices. 3 buildings. What banks do you own? What banks? Like, what are we talking about here? Oh my God, bro. You see what this dude just wrote? He said hating on a billionaire is crazy. Anyway, guys, I ain't got time to be dealing with these LeBron fans, man. I can't deal with them. They in their feelings. I'm talking about they pops, and they about to have a titty attack in the comment section. I ain't got time for these dudes tonight, man. I'm not gonna be in here. These guys think these guys have power. Just imagine. just imagine. Dreamers Pro going to retire when Braun retires, and then you retire. We'll all retire together. He said the locker room is sending his who? The locker room, bro. Last time I saw that dude, man, that dude was looking. He did like a show of someone was looking drunk and stressed, bro. I'm like, yo, bro, what kind of life you living, man? This dude was looking stressed, bro. Someone was looking twisted. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, yeah, man, you know, there were no joints in the city tonight, man. You know, man, I had to come out here and see the game for myself, man. You know, man, I had to come out here, man. But there weren't no joints. I ain't seen nothing out here, man. You know, man, I'm a little tipsy, man. But I think I'm gonna have a nice night, man. Y'all saw that, man. Don't be bringing that dude up. Somebody said, please don't let LeBron make another remake movie. I'll suffer through. I never even saw any of his movie. I think I saw a little bit of Space Jam 2. I couldn't do it. The guy loses sleep over LeBron. How old? All right, I'm out, man. Anyway, guys, you have a good one, man. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Y'all have a good one. I'm gonna catch y'all later. I'm out. Peace.